The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
On 3rd down, McNeil. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They bring their punter out there now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for him from a week ago. 12 carries for an even 100 yards.
A great week last week and a game that we will all look back on and say it was one of his best of the season. We're not seeing games above 100 yards as much as we used to, so seeing one always leaves you excited, especially to see how you can build on it the following week.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the 1st down.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
To the end zone, touchdown, Chicago. A great play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Caps will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw on second down. Norton, he finds his man, complete. It's Baker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
When you look at this defense,
they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row. And I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B-gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit it.
And he's just going downhill.
Not only downhill, but with incredible, incredible force.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on 1st down. Reynolds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. Nifty move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off the play fake. Reynolds.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Caps lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Norton. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's taken to the 26. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. But you look at this defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start. Offense.
The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Reynolds. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Caps take a 3-touchdown lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Norton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. McNeil. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
9 yards to go.
To throw on 3rd down, Norton. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 13 yards that time and a first.
The 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Norton. He finds his man. Complete. That's Baker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. McNeil. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Norton. And incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Norton. This is caught. It's Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Throwing on first down. Reynolds.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To throw again. Reynolds. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw again. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Reynolds. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Off the play fake. Reynolds. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Caps are able to widen their advantage.
Sometimes offensive you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second and a couple.
Off play action. Norton over the middle, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On third down, McNeil, and he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McNeil. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
7 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Norton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Norton.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, Reynolds. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Reynolds. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. First down, Chicago.
Looking to throw. Reynolds. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Operating from the gun, Reynolds. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Reynolds.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Caps continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This offense back to work now late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, McNeil. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Reynolds. Throw left side complete. That's Pearson. And he goes out right around the 39.
Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, Reynolds throwing the out route incomplete. It's Pearson. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
First down, Chicago.
A final shot before break. Reynolds throwing the out route incomplete. It's Pearson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. 20-17, your final. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. Chris Hogan, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Throwing to start the drive. Norton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. Back to throw. Norton. And it's caught. Touchdown from 10 yards out. And the Black Knights take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Breaks, and deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. On first down, Norton.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To throw again, Norton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this...
And this time he is in. Yes. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Black Knights are able to cut into that deficit.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. I would dare say that these guys were elective giving their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. For the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Off play action. Norton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing on 1st down. Norton.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you've got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 1st and 10. Norton. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. McNeil. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Norton.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Black Knights are back within a score.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. Now the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff running through the middle.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Knocked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. McNeil, and he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
55 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Norton.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Norton. This will be caught by Brown.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle they go. McNeil. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. A dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns.
And the Black Knights take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 56 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Reynolds. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete right around the 8.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Caps have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
And make it now a pair of touchdowns for the big man out of the backfield.
I'm not sure this was in the game plan, but boy, it's working to perfection. And I know one person has a big grin on his face now, and that's that big guy who's found his way into the end zone twice in this game.
A try here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. 5 plays there on that drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Norton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Norton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Reynolds.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, Reynolds. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Reynolds. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Reynolds. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Dances by him. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 4th down, Reynolds. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Norton. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Looking to throw. Norton. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Black Knights have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Caps add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Norton. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they're going to speed things up here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Black Knights have got it back to within a score.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So the drive there took 6 plays. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. To throw on 3rd down, Reynolds. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Chicago, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn,
this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left.
And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.